Hi, everyone, and welcome to Book Club with Bay. I am Bay, and this is Bay. Say hi, Bay.
Hi, Bay.
And say hi, other Bay.
Hello.
And today we're talking about The Queen of Nothing, the third book in the Folk of the Air series.
Fucking God.
And after this, we're fucking done. Thank God.
This was a struggle.
We were all aboard the struggle bus. So, ratings.
Oh,
Yay.
I didn't premeditate this.
I didn't think about it.
I didn't think about it.
You know what? This is like when you think you're gonna go out to eat and like you're excited for like good food, and then you realize that like it wasn't the night that you were gonna go out to eat, and you're stuck at like McDonald's.
Can we all just steal your ratings instead of us thought of one? Okay, I'm stealing it.
Yeah, we'll
I think that's a good one.
I feel like that's the feeling that you get. You're like, oh, well, book. Oh.
Well, we'll do that, except I'm going to switch it up to Hungry Jack's, which is our version of Burger King. Because that's disgusting. It's disgusting. They microwave the meat.
Yeah, your version of Burger King is not the best. So, yeah. Oh, also, last time Maggie sent us on Streamlabs $50 stuff.
Oh.
TJ didn't catch it. So thank you, Maggie. I'm sorry.
Thank you, Maggie.
I'm a bad person.
Yes, and when he pops in, we shall thank him.
Yes.
Because he'll be popping into chat any minute now. We all
Probably, unless he's busy, but if not, we can
unless he's
contact
dead.
him.
If he's not here, he's dead. He ceases to exist when he's not in chat.
Yes. Also, he told you, Bay, to get some better headphones.
Lol. You need those AirPods Pro, man.
I do. I'm gonna need more than 50, Maggie. Just saying.
Damn, Mara.
I'm half kidding. I mean, I do need more than 50, but directing that at Maggie was a joke.
You know. Okay.
Anyways, let's
anyway,
get started, shall we?
So, I don't think we need to talk about characters.
Oh yes, this is a spoiler. Spoiler alert from here on out.
Oh yes, spoiler alert. This is Book Club with Bay, not spoiler-free book reviews with Bay. So spoilers ahead from here on out. You have
Jude was a virgin. She did
Yes.
not have sex last book.
Yes, we finally figured it out. The ambiguous, is it a sex scene? Is it not a sex scene?
We knew it was a sex scene when it was a sex scene.
It was a foreplay scene, apparently.
Yeah.
Not that was obvious. So.
And we've also established that Cardon definitely has a kitty cat tail and not a lion tail. Because he has a fairy tail.
Although
I ignore his tail. I've ignored his tail.
honestly, I'm not gonna lie. The tail thing during the sex scene was weird.
Yeah. Where it was like it went up my calf and I was like, no. Stop it right there.
It's weird.
It can stay on your calf, please.
Do not go past the knee, thank you.
It's weird. It's even weirder because we know it's fuzzy, and like, what if it sheds? Like, you know.
Oh God. It's a face shed. I think that's the most pertinent question of this book.
Probably
It's
because
very,
like.
very fade molds.
Probably.
But they don't age, so maybe their hair doesn't go through phases.
That's a good point. That's a fair point, Mara.
Yeah, we never talk about hair length and whether or not it grows.
Well, we don't talk about a lot this book, this whole series. First, we're dropped into the middle of it, and then here we go. We're just along for the ride.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say though, I felt like the chemistry between the two of them was a bit better this book than the previous ones.
Yeah, when they were actually together.
I agree with that.
Yeah. And we've also established that apparently Jude does have PTSD from the time that she was under the ocean.
Yeah, now
But-
she
And,
does.
like, once.
But only because she mentioned that sometimes she still dreams about it. That's it. That's all we got from it. It's like we're only like a month and a half out from there. Like she's been.
Yeah,
in the
I don't
monologue,
actually know how much time passed between books.
I feel like it was probably about a month or two.
Yeah, but she's not too fussed about that or the whole.
I'm the queen and I can't do shit.
But she's not too fussed about the whole ambiguous. Possibly got assaulted. You know, that's fine.
Yeah, because she thank you Z Olux
Yeah.
for the $2.
Yeah.
Thank you. You know, she because by the end of the last book, Oak had been in the human world for over a year. They were well past the 6-month point.
Yeah.
But by the end of this book, he hadn't been in the human world for a year yet. So it's only been a month or two.
Yes.
yeah,
You're right.
So
yeah. So
what just happened in Twitch?
Yeah, she's. Excuse Mara's close-up view. She's trying to
Sorry.
monitor Twitch chat over there. Yeah. Okay. So so we start out with this really long prologue that we reference 50 times and we don't actually need to see because we talk about it like 18 times.
yes,
Of this curse that Carden gets on him when he's born, or like this prophecy about how he's going to be the horrible king and he's useless and blah 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 blah.
you know what would have been better? Okay,
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Thank you, JM. Is that going to just be the letters?
oh, okay. I see what
JMCLMA,
happened.
Yeah.
Jim Clement. I'd like to buy a vowel, please. And no, like Mara Jane is not a weed euphemism. It's literally my name.
it was your birth given name. Your mom and
Yes.
dad were like, "This is it. This is what we're naming our kid."
And so the prologue creates a House of Night-esque issue
Yes.
where the prologue gives us information that we, one, don't need, and two, kind of already know, but three, the new information that it does give us, it shouldn't have given us, because if we had found that out by the story happening, it would have made the story more interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then also the prologue is a problem because prologues typically should be about 500 to 1,000 words long.
This was a whole
last
was
fucking
really long.
chapter.
Yeah.
It was way too long for a prologue. If you're going to do a prologue like this, label it chapter 1. Because you can do that.
Yes.
You're allowed.
I have it be unrelated in a different tense and everything.
Yeah.
But calling it chapter 1 signals that it's going to be longer
Yes.
than a prologue. Or
Yeah, like,
shorten it.
yeah, like for my book, the prologue is literally the only thing I've actually written. I wrote it long before I did about 80% of the world building that I still haven't finished yet. But it's like, what, 3 paragraphs long? Or something like that. It's pretty. It's like, I think 500 words at most. It's not.
Yeah,
It's pretty
all
short and sweet.
like all of the prologues for Blackwoods are about 500 words
Yeah.
long. The epilogue for Blackwoods, The Outcast of Asmar, is 581 words long.
Yep.
That's the epilogue length. And that's how
Yeah.
long it should be.
Yes.
Because you can have a prologue-esque chapter 1. It's just that labeling it chapter 1 signals that it's going to be longer.
Yeah.
And like that's
Yeah.
fine. It just, it's an issue. So that's all.
Yes, I'm going through my notes. Yeah. we wrote down who fucking cares. Why is this all taking so fucking long? Yada yada yada. Yeah, it was just stuff that we already knew, essentially, and
yeah, it's this. I don't know. Like, honestly, I was bored in the first couple. Like, it took me a minute to actually absorb information.
we were in the mortal world too damn long. It was only like a chapter too long because we did come back. Like, I think I'm like, what, chapter 5 or something like that, but like it was still too damn long.
Well,
yeah.
So like we discussed last time, the thing is, like, Jude is the queen of fairy, and her whole thing is like, until you're pardoned by the crown, meaning she can pardon herself.
She even has the thought.
Yes, we wrote that down too. Yeah, she has the thought like, oh, maybe I could pardon myself, but nobody knows I'm queen. It doesn't fucking matter. You're still the queen of fairy. So she could pardon herself, and also she doesn't even give Carden credit and think, well, he might have thought of that. You know, like it doesn't even occur to her that Carden might have thrown her that bone. Nope, nothing. Like nada.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's that, but it is an absolute clusterfuck. So we're in the mortal world, and yeah, we've been here for like a month and a half, I think, and everybody's she's just sad and pathetic. And she's trying to like teach Oak the way that Maddox taught her to be a good boy.
Yeah. Also, thank you again to Twitch chat.
Yes.
Like, big thank you.
And we briefly get Psycho Jude back for a minute.
Briefly, yeah.
When she goes up behind Oak and like puts him in a chokehold, and she's like, I could make him pass out right now. He could just pass out. All it would take is like 2 more seconds. And I'm like, okay, book 1, Jude. Nice to see you again. I'm glad you're back, and you're only back for this line, and then we're done after that. But
yeah, no. I think she took that a wee bit too far. Like the whole, Jude did.
Yeah, no, she did.
He's 9. He's 9.
Yeah, and he's like, I don't want to be High King. And she's like, what's your fucking bad? And he's like, why are you so crazy?
You're being groomed for this, bitch.
And she's like, I don't know.
Whether you want to or not. And by the way, the fact that you don't want to be means that you are going to be. So, you know. Give me 1 sec. I'm just getting my call.
Yeah, and also it's worth mentioning that they're still like, what, 17?
Yes,
they're still 17 when all of this is happening. Let's see. And Heather and Viv, who broke up at the end of last book, are getting back together because Heather wants Viv to like glamour her, to make her forget everything that's ever happened in the fairy world.
Yeah, but it's kind of like one of those things where it's like, I want you to do this, but do I really want you to do this, or is this just a test to see if you'll do it, or see if you love me enough to not do it? It's a
and then so when Heather says that, Vivian is like, oh my god, she loves me now, and Jude does the one smart thing I think she does in not any of the books. Jude is like, no, sweetie. No. And for whatever reason, when it comes to Heather, Vivian goes from being an intelligent character to being a fucking idiot. And instead of being smart, she's just an idiot. And because she's like, wait, what do you mean that doesn't mean she loves me now? And Jude is like, so let me explain how people work. And it's like, what is happening? So it's confusing.
Yeah.
It's quite confusing.
It is very confusing. Anyway.
Jesus, we're doing some housekeeping over here. Let's see. So she has found work in the mortal world with some like fairy exile people living in the mortal world. I don't actually know. I just know it's a goat dude named Baron or something like that.
Yeah. So she goes there and she's kind of like a mercenary.
Yes.
Tactic.
Yeah, this isn't really like explained well enough, and honestly,
it seems useless too.
Yeah, and the fact that it's explored, it's one of those things, like, and Holly Black seems to do this. It's one of those things that's like brought up and then dropped immediately. It's kind of like the tournament where it seems like a big deal, but then you're like, do I need to pay attention to it? I don't know. And then it turns out, no, you didn't need to pay attention to it. It's one of those like mechanics that just doesn't wind up mattering. But we spend an hour on it anyway.
Yeah, a very long chapter on it. Let's see. She has to like. This is Queen of Nothing by Holly Black. The cannibal is so she has to go find a cannibal and like take care of her as her job, which is the job she gets from the goat man.
Yes.
Is that goat fae?
Yeah, I guess.
And yeah, so the cannibal is this like really good fighter that Maddox told her about. Maddox, her dad thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And okay, real quick, the other thing that's like about this book, so in Mercy Thompson, the Fae, when they're not glamored, are described in detail in a way that makes sense. Like you can actually picture what they look like, right? Mm-hmm. She does a really good job of like painting the image for you, and you're like, okay, I got it. I know like what the snow elf looks like. I know what I get an idea of like what Z looks like.
We know that the bridge troll looks like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, he's Christmas tree colored, and
I think the most description we ever get in this book is this fucking goat man.
But I still don't really know what he looks. You know what I mean? And so like, and the Mercyverse is like not. I mean, they are a big part of the Mercyverse, but like from Mercy's perspective, it's mostly the werewolves. But still, you get a really good description of the Fae, and that's useful. But in this world where the Fae are the thing, we just get like really shitty descriptions, and it's like I can't picture any of it in my brain.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
like nothing is clear. Nothing. There needs to be more descriptions because this could be such a super cool world, but they just don't. She doesn't describe shit.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You know, like again, like we didn't like it didn't click with me until like we didn't know until we looked at pictures of Carden that he wasn't blonde.
Yeah.
Yes.
And in this book, she mentions multiple times his dark hair, and I'm like, this ain't a coincidence.
You know, her descriptors, especially again because they like a lot of books and the side characters, you just get the vaguest descriptions, like dark haired, light eyes, pale complexion, or what, and it's kind of left at that. But when you've got creatures that all have different shit, then we need to know.
Yes, let's see. So she goes to the cannibal. They fight. They do the whole good thing. And she's like, if I burn your hat, will you stop eating people? Or if I don't burn your hat, will you stop eating people? I don't know. I was very confused during this entire thing. And it takes for fucking ever, and then they fight. And then it's over.
Yeah.
And it's dumb.
Yeah.
And while this character, again, spoilers, while this character does a thing later,
she becomes important.
But it's a thing that another character could have done. Yeah. Like an already established character could have done. Like she could have finagled it that way, so that we didn't have to sit through this bullshit.
Or she could have just written it better, and then we wouldn't have minded sitting through this bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. or like, I don't know, if you're going to introduce a new mechanic, explore it better, do something different with it. Like, because you're introducing all these mechanics of the mortal world and then we leave. So maybe we should have spent more time in the mortal world.
Which is annoying as that would have been.
Which I don't want to, but if you're going to introduce in-depth mechanics in the mortal world, like...
Yeah, and also the rules of the world seem to change. Like, they seem to have changed multiple times in this book, because we were told... I don't know if it was last book or the book before, but I think it was the first book. As long as a mortal remains in fairy, they won't age. Like, I mean, like, they'll grow to the same way the fairy, like the fae do, where they mature, and then once they've matured, they stop aging.
Yeah, which I didn't know that.
Yeah, I think we got told that in the first book briefly, like with the chick who ended up offing herself. She was meant to stay there for 1,000 years, and then last book as well. The previous what's the advisor role called again? Anyway, the advisor to the crown dude that was for the previous king. He'd been that for hundreds of years, but he was mortal.
Oh.
And then in this book, Jude...
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Which is interesting.
Okay.
I mean, certain Carden can have thousands of years together. She just can't go to the world anymore.
Yeah, well, then in this book, it was like, she was like, well, because, yeah, spoilers, when the roach is unconscious, right, and they're like, oh, you know, like, we're trying to find an antidote, hopefully, you know, he'll wake up at some point. And then Jude's like, even if he sleeps for 100 years, which is a blink to the fae, I'll be long dead. And I'll never get to see him again. And she's sad. But then she even reaffirms the original, like, law that we were told later on when she's like, as long as I stay in fairy, I won't age. If I go back to the mortal world, I will age.
Yeah.
So it's like, so if you stay in fairyland and he is in a coma for 100 years, it means nothing to you either.
Yeah.
Because you are in fairyland and therefore not aging.
Yeah.
So, I'll just say it again. We are discussing The Queen of Nothing by Holly Black, the last book in the Folk of the Air trilogy.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we're discussing the characters in there.
Yes.
We're going through the
we're not talking about real people.
Thank God.
Yes, we don't genuinely believe fairyland exists. It's fine.
No, yeah, we're not on that level of insane. So she gets home, she gets injured, and so she's like hobbling home with like whatever injury she has, and she sees Heather like standing at the door, and she's like, oh my God, what the fuck are you doing here? And Heather's like, I'm trying to get the courage to knock on the door. I just come here sometimes, but I'm probably gonna yeet. Oh shit, you're injured. And eventually.
And Jude's like, oh, this? I get stabbed all the time.
Yeah, right.
And Heather's like, you know what? Getting my memory erased is the way to
every
go.
Single day.
And I'm like, you know what? I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
Like, a little bit.
So they eventually walk in, and who else is sitting on the couch but Jude's twin sister, Taryn?
Yeah. And Jude's like, what the fuck?
And Jude has some murdery feelings about this.
Oh, yeah, because in the last book, we found out that she betrayed Jude.
Yeah, she pretended to be Jude and convinced Carden as Jude to free Maddox from his vows and take half the army.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, no, Taryn...
We're not happy with Taryn.
Jude's boo-boo, and Jude is pissed.
Yeah.
So she's immediately like, Taryn, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
And if you're not, I'm leaving. So she leaves, and Taryn chases after her, and she's like, wait, Locke's dead. Locke is her husband. And she's like, wait, but I killed him. And Jude's like, wait, respect what? and
then Taryn's like, oh, but also I'm pregnant.
Yeah, and she's pregnant with Locke's baby. Like, it's just like tea after tea after tea.
Yeah, it was like, why are we sitting here? We should be sitting in the kitchen for tea time.
It's a Locke's baby, though. From the sound of it, Locke was passing Taryn around to all his mates. Remember?
I mean,
she said some things that heavily implied that Locke lent her out to all his friends while she was high on fairy fruit.
That's also true.
I mean, you're right.
So is it Locke's baby?
It doesn't matter.
We never know.
That's never brought up, and I hope we never talk about it again.
Well, thank God the series is over.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait to rip apart this ending because I have things to say about how it ended.
A little bit, but it's not a somewhat incredible conclusion.
I guess it's satisfying enough for the story.
Yeah,
For the story-ish.
Yeah.
It's
Satisfying
dumb, though.
enough.
Yeah, I think it's somewhat incredible is even a stretch.
I'm not left sitting here going, I wish that there was more because I feel like I haven't gotten all the answers I want.
Yeah.
So it's satisfying, I guess.
Yes.
Well, I definitely don't want more, but I have issues with how it ended.
It kind of ended in the end scene was kind of like reminiscent of the end scene of Bloodlines, but different.
Yeah. Hello,
She's
Cassie.
here.
Hey, Cass.
Let's see what happens next. So Jude's like, oh my God. Okay, so like, what'd you do with the body? Do we need to get rid of it? And Taryn's like, well, that's the thing is they already discovered it, so I need you to go to Feyland and impersonate me. And when they glamour you, you can honestly say that you didn't kill Locke. And she's like,
bitch.
Yeah, but then Bibi's like, yeah, but they could say, hey, tell us your name, and she'll have to say that. So then Jude has to admit, I can't be glamored, yo.
Yeah.
Because I am spy and had a gash and shit, and they're just like, ugh.
But then also, Taryn was dumb enough to be like, they wouldn't ask her name or like.
But they do. That's the first thing they ask.
I know, and it's like Taryn. They know you're a twin. You fuck. Like.
Yeah. Oh, she wants pebbles right now.
But Carden is not a dumb.
Come here.
He might not have recognized when it wasn't Jude, but to be fair, he was poisoned at the time, sure. But he definitely knows when it is Jude.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. He knows who his wifey is.
Yeah, which
he sees her and goes, "Oh, look, it's my wifey," but I have to pretend like it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a good little mascot. What a good little mascot she is. Yes, so she's like, all right, fine. I agree. I will go. Even though Viv is like, this is dangerous. You're exiled right now. And we're just all sitting here saying she can exile herself. But you know what? That's fine. Whatever. Plot armor, I guess.
It's fucking dumb.
And this is the one quote I wrote down from this book because we both actually laughed. But for all of that, she's still my sister. My widowed murderer sister with a baby on the way.
I think that's an apt description.
It's a very good
It is an apt description.
So they're getting ready to go, and she goes to Locke's estate. We go through the whole thing, and she thinks about, like, oh, what the fuck am I going to say to my husband who exiled me, and I'm mad at him?
Well, she's an idiot. Like, she's such an idiot. Oh, my God. She's an idiot. We love it.
Yeah.
So it's time to be interrogated. She sees her mans, and yeah, she just sees people, and they start interrogating her, and they're like, all right, well, you know, we'll just have to search her. And she's like, fuck, no one can see me naked because they know immediately, like Carden's gonna know immediately that it's me and not Taryn.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I'm yeah. I have open wounds right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's not gonna look good for me or Taryn if they strip me down. So she's like, how do I get out of this? How do I get out of this? And Carden's like, I'll do it myself.
Yeah.
And so they go off.
She's like, I will not degrade myself to prove myself to the court. And Carden's like, well, I shall degrade you in private then.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, did you not get my letters, Jude? What the fuck? And she's like,
and he's like,
I'm Taryn, what's up? And he's like,
yeah, he's like, oh, you finally did it. Hey, what's up? Like, where have you been? And then Jude, And then, he's like, I missed you, man. And then Jude, like a fuckwit, is like, this is a trick. This was all a trick.
Well, to be fair, he does say, yes, it was all a trick. And then an explosion happens.
Yeah, but again, but like, he's clearly glad to see her.
Oh, 100%.
Like, the door closes and he's like, hey!
Immediately, like, did you get my letters? What took you so long? I've been trying to contact you.
But she doesn't think for a
Sorry.
But she doesn't think for a second, even after that, like, oh, I suppose it wasn't a trick.
Yeah, maybe perhaps just the fact that he exiled me was the trick.
She has no faith.
It was a tricksy exile.
She has no faith in him whatsoever, which is troubling in a marriage.
That's the least of their troubles in this marriage.
It's on the list.
They have some pretty big troubles later. Serpentine troubles.
Sneaky.
Honestly, though, also, who didn't see the conclusion to that going exactly how it happened?
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
I was just like, he's not going to die.
You have to spill the
literally-
blood. Yeah, no shit. You're going to have to chop. Okay, whatever. We'll get there. So the explosion happens, and Maddox is like, hello there, my favorite daughter, Taryn. How are we doing? Which also, we listen to the audiobooks when she's here, and I was like, wait, Maddox British?
And I was like, oh, yes, did you not know that he was British? And she was
Everyone else is American except for fucking Maddox. And I'm like, why?
Also, in the audiobook,
I would have preferred if all the Fae were British.
Yeah, same. In my head, they were kind of like, they had like a lilt, like a...
Or even like New England, like came over on the Mayflower rich people.
Yeah, they're just like...
That's the closest to a British accent an American will have naturally, is the upper crust New England accent. It's like, it's halfway there.
Yeah. But like, the other thing is, in the audiobook, so because he's called the Roach, whoever I don't give a shit who narrates this. Whoever narrated this gave the Roach like the worst voice ever.
God, I was like, what the fuck is happening to her?
The Roach's voice is like, hey Jude, I'm gonna. He's like, it's like, why does he talk like that?
You know how like in a movie where you're rooting for the gang of thieves type thing, and there's the old guy that stays back at headquarters, and he coordinates everyone, and he crosses off all the items that they need to steal that night and everything like that.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like the Papa Bear of the group, not the leader, but the Papa Bear. He's the one that the leader comes to for advice. That's what the Roach sounds like.
But he's not. But he shouldn't be, because him and the bomb have like a romance going on.
Yeah, he looks 25 because like all the Fae, when they reach maturity, look about 25. I imagine, because that's
when you stop maturing, is like 22 to 25, depending on your sex.
Yeah, so I imagine, he'd look about 25, be banging hot because he's and like fit body, but you picture him as a short, squat man that's bald with but that just has the hair around here. Yeah, but he's got like the hair down the sides and the back, but none on top.
The monk haircut, yes.
Yeah, he might have a comb over, who knows? But that's how I picture him. And I imagine he's actually meant to be pretty attractive, because the bomb is also described as pretty, like as far as, weird looking people go. Like I always picture her as pretty.
Well, and like Jude even says in her internal dialogue, she's like, either like all the Fae are gorgeous unless they're like butt ass ugly. So like
there's no in between.
Yeah, it's like you're either Adonis or you're, I don't know, like a troll.
So why does he have that voice?
Anyways, tangent aside.
Yes.
So she wakes up in the woods with her stepmom and dad, and like they're in a carriage, and they're like, "We were here to rescue you, Taryn." And Maddox's like, "Oh yes, I'm so happy Locke died." Oh yes.
And stepmother is like, that's a bit harsh, don't you think? That was her husband.
Also,
and
why does the stepmom sound like she's 15?
Well, did you notice that they used Taryn's voice for her this book?
I did. I noticed that they switched the voice. I told you that.
Yeah, that was Taryn's voice this book. Like, I was like, oh, sorry. Well, that was Taryn's voice in previous books. It was not her voice in previous books. That was Taryn's. And also, I'm kind of annoyed that they didn't give Jude Taryn's voice when she was pretending to be Taryn. I don't know what just happened, but sure. Oh, she's on the phone. Okay. So I guess I shall try and hold down the stream all on my own, which I suck at doing. So we will ask Addie to Kelowna dance to fill the time. I'm never good at this stuff, and now Addie actually gets to just listen to me try and keep the dead air from going dead. Doesn't sound like she's going to be much longer. Good. Should I keep talking about the book or? Okay. So yes, stepmother is like, "'Tis rude to say such a thing," and he's like, "I never made a secret of how much I didn't like the boy. And Taryn, if you did kill him, I am so very proud of you. Well done. You get a pat on the head." And yeah, I figured. And then Jude's just like, "Yes, I is Taryn, and I is sad, but I shall be demure now, I guess."
Yes.
And so they go to camp, and it's like, okay, bath time, and Jude's like, "I can't get naked. I would prefer to just wash my face and change, please."
Oh yeah.
And they're like, "Okay, have some water and clothes. Farewell." So I don't know why Jude couldn't have bathed, because they left her alone to wash her face. So why would they have hung around to bathe her?
Bro, I don't fucking know.
Because I feel like if Jude was just in an explosion, she needs a shower.
This was all boring until fucking Roach and Carden showed up.
Oh, we got to see the ghost, and he was just like, "Wasn't my fault."
Yeah, also, yeah, he's like, "They know my name. I'm sorry. There's nothing I could have done."
He's like, "Well, you could have told me that. Like, instead of saying I didn't work for you, you could have said, 'I'm sorry, they made me do it.'"
Yeah. Yeah, so the power of the name is like strong with this series.
But okay, which is a thing with Faye.
Yeah.
But it's not a thing.
She didn't say it was a thing before today.
Yeah, but it's not a thing like.
I think it has been mentioned previously, but not enough to lead up to how important it is. I'm pretty sure it's been mentioned previously, just as a more in passing thing.
Yeah. So, I mean, she's essentially like, "I need to fucking yeet. Like, this is a terrifying situation for me. I need to leave as soon as possible." So, she runs into the ghost on her way to escape, and she's like, "Fine, fuck. I'll stay for one more day, and I'll let you out."
Yeah. She needs to either get a key or a magic sword.
Yes. And then she gets there. She gets back to her quarters afterwards, and her stepmother is like, "Hello, dearest. Hi, Jude." And she's like, "Don't tell Matic." And she's like, "I won't tell Matic, but I won't really help you." And she's like, "Well, just send word to Vivian. Viv will get me out."
Yeah.
Please. And Oriana was like, "Yeah, fine. I will send word to Viv, so that way I am not involved. I'm just sending her your location."
Yeah.
And the next chapter, we wake up to Roach and Carden just in the room. And also the fact that Carden was there, I was like, I'm a sucker.
Oh, also by this point as well, Jude's gone into like the war planning tent and has seen like the formation.
All of his plans. Shit. Yeah, yes. All of the plans, all the maps, everything.
Yes. But yeah, now she wakes up and she's like got a hand over her mouth and she's like, "Ah!" And then the Roach is like, "If you're screaming, you're gonna tell everyone we're here, just so you know. Shut the fuck up." And she's like, "Oh, does Carden even know you're here? Did he send you?" And he's like, "Well, not exactly. Look." And there's Carden. He's like, "Hey, boo." And she's like, "Why are you here? Are you here to kill me?"
Have we mentioned that Jude's a moron?
Okay, anyway. So Viv actually reached out to Card and was like, "Hi, so there's a situation, and so that's why they're here and all that good stuff." Then so it's like, well, there's your sisters and some other chick are there, and she's like, "Oh, Heather, why the fuck is Heather here?" Heather's not.
I mean, part of me is like, of course Heather's not fucking there, you moron. But then I'm also like, but who else would she think is there? I guess. So I kind of can't blame her, but I'm also like, of course it's not fucking Heather, you dipshit.
Yeah. She's like, yeah, but I need to get the ghost out. So they agree to something that's like, all right, well, I'll tell you, like, Cardin's like, I'll tell you how to end your exile. As long as we get you the fuck out of here and you tell me Maddox's plans, okay? Wifey, queen of the Elfheim? And she's just like, huh? That's me? Like an idiot.
No, dude.
So they're gonna go try to steal the key to free Ghost, and Roach gets like poisoned, and Cardin has to like fly him away because he has flying powers right now, or he has some herb that makes him fly.
Yeah, they triggered all the alarms in the forgery.
Yes, and so Jude's like, okay, well, I'm gonna go join my sisters. They're here, and she actually goes to where Ghost is in the cave, and she gets to the cave, and who else is standing in there but a fully armored, randomly British Maddox? At least neither of y'all are vaping.
Yes. And he's like, hello, daughter. That is not Taryn.
Yeah, and she's like, well, when the fuck did you figure it out? And he's like, much later than I should have.
And she's like, well, that's not really the answer to my question. When the fuck did you find me out, dickhead? And he's like, well, you saw my war map.
Yeah. So she starts to run away.
Oh, but he's also like, and she's like, where's the ghost? And he's like,
oh yeah.
And he says, you know, he's got some killing. Oh, would it be better if Cardin died in a battle, or if he died of his own, in his own, whatever the fuck. Like if he dies at the ball, I guess. And she's like, oh fuck, the ghost is off to go kill a Cardin. And so then she yeets. And Maddox chases, and then she yeets, and then he chases, and then she's like, let's fight, and he does a stab, and she gets stabbed in the side, and he's like, killing blow, and then her sister's like, no, father, no, and he's like, okay, fine. Peace out. I guess.
Yes, and so Viv and Co show up, and it's Viv, Taryn, and then the cannibal bitch, which I don't know her name. It's complicated. So she's cannibal bitch.
From the mortal world.
It wasn't Grandma Mug, but it sounded like Grandma Mug.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
we shall call her Muggy.
Muggy.
Yeah,
okay.
Muggy.
And Jude is like laying there bleeding out because she got stabbed in the stomach, and she's like, Taryn, I need you to heal me, and shove dirt in my wound. And they're like, that's just gonna cause an infection, you fuckwit. And she's like, I am the queen of the fucking Elfheim. Listen to me and put dirt in my goddamn wound.
And then because Taryn's an idiot, Taryn's like, what? Can we talk about that now? And everybody else is like, no, she's dying. And you know what? She's probably gonna die either way. So fuck it. Dirt. Like, and it works.
Yeah, Moggy is just like, your queen literally just gave you an order. Maybe you should listen.
I like Moggy. I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of badass.
I know. I thought she was gonna be an antagonist in the book. Turns out she's our new BFF.
Yeah. No, I was honestly, anybody who yells at Taryn is okay by me.
And it works because, you know, since she's queen of the Elfheim, she has powers of the land, which we established last book. And then all these flowers start growing through the snow, and then Jude remembers a line, because we always have to go back to previous lines, and it's like, when he bleeds, things grow. And she's like, oh, when I bleed, things grow. The land has accepted me. Yeah, it's queen.
Yeah, and oh my god, would you look at that? We're actually using magic that's been established. What a fucking concept.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So she's like, I need to go. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, but I need to go warn Carden that the ghost is on his way to kill him.
Yeah.
So she's like trying to figure out a way to get in the palace, and so she's watching everything, trying to find ghosts. Sees Carden. He's at like a dinner thing, and the bomb is there to kill her because Maddox never sent ghosts to kill him because he knew that she would warn Carden, and so the bomb is just there looking for an assassin because she got word to Carden that there is an assassin looking for him.
Yep. So all the bomb sees is someone in black with a weapon, and she's like hiding, and she's like, "Oh, assassin!" And Jude's like, "No, it's not me." So then she does a jump to get out of the way of the crossbow, and then she falls.
She falls onto the fucking banquet table, and they're like, King, give us the order and we'll shoot. And he's like,
"How absolutely dare all of you? She is my wife. She is your queen. She's not exiled. I love her." Without the last part.
what?
Is it snowing?
If it's snowing in fucking South Carolina, I'm going to scream.
It's snowing.
It's just black out there. I don't actually know. I'll check the weather on my phone too.
Sorry, I'm gonna have to go outside after this, and I'm like,
it does say there's snow, but if I go back, it just says it's raining. So that's depression stage right there.
Who
Snow.
knows? It might be awesome. It might suck. Who knows?
I love snow,
I love snow too.
but I don't
I've
have
seen
Friday
snow
classes.
once,
so
and
it's
I did
useless.
enjoy it.
It's so fun. Anyways, so he's like, Jude is the queen of the Elfheim and my wife. You do not fucking touch her. And she's like,
And everyone else is like,
yeah,
because Jude's mortal.
yeah.
They're like, what the fuck?
And so she wakes up in Karn's bed bleeding. She goes to her old chambers, and Oak is here. And she's like, why are you here? And he was like, oh, well, Heather's here. Heather brought me. And we're like, why is Heather here?
yeah, like what?
Yeah.
I have so whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Is this a fantasy book? Yes, it is.
You can't tell
Yep.
by all the
It's
annoyance.
A
I
bad
don't know
one.
what book, like one of the weirdest things with this book as well is, right, it's like depending on where you are at any given point, like the beginning of this book is urban fantasy and then it goes back to high fantasy. Like
Yeah.
this book alternates because there's a different world.
It's an interesting concept,
Yeah.
but not executed well.
No.
Like, what would you class this as, high fantasy or urban fantasy? Because it's set parallel to
High
our world.
High
Our
fantasy, since we're mostly in the Elfheim.
Yeah.
or general fantasy.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll go general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
General.
Because I would put Harry Potter in general fantasy.
Yeah, since it's in the
It's our world, but there's also magic. But it's not set in our world, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, because like it's not. Yeah, because it's set in like because it's set in like a. It's like hidden. It's hidden fantasy. Actually, is a good way to
is that
put
in
it. Yeah, actually, like Night at the Museum is like hidden fantasy.
That's pretty dope.
Okay. Excellent.
I forgot that
Okay.
movie existed. That's a good movie.
It is a good movie.
I haven't seen it.
It's a good movie.
Pretty good movie.
It's really cute.
Yeah, it is cute. I liked it a lot as a kid.
I
Same.
will use my children as an excuse to watch it. That's
Mhm.
one of the things as well. When you have kids, you can use them as an excuse to watch all the kids shows and movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah,
Yeah.
so it would kind of be hidden fantasy because it's like a hidden world within
The mortal world.
within
that we
our
live in.
world. So yeah, so like Harry Potter would be hidden fantasy.
Yep.
Like the OG idea for Blackwoods was
A
that it
hidden
was
fantasy.
set in the mortal world. So it would have been
Which
hidden
would not have
fantasy.
worked.
It would not have worked. It would have not worked so hard. So it would have been hidden fantasy. But now it's not. Now it's high fantasy. So yeah, it would be hidden fantasy actually.
Yes. Okay. So Oak's like, oh well, the sisters are at dinner with Carden, and so she gets ready and she goes, and then they go on a walk together. And she's like, all right, we need to fucking talk. And he's like, yeah, we do, bitch.
Yep.
And so he finally explains that the entire time she could have, unexiled herself. And her internal reaction is just, oh, next paragraph, oh.
Yep. And then she gets pissed off and storms off.
Yeah, she slaps him and is
Why would she slap him? She should slap herself.
Yes. She's like, I've always feared you. They talk some more. And he's like, I want you by my side as my queen.
Yeah, because he even said, he's like, look, when I married you, I didn't know that you had killed my brother yet.
Mm-hmm.
So the exile thing, that was kind of like you did a thing I told you I didn't want to happen. So
yeah.
But also you can come back.
He gave her an immediate out.
Yeah. She could have, literally all she had to say is, I pardoned myself, and he couldn't have ordered her
He
away.
would have been like, all right, cool. That's what I wanted you to do in the beginning.
Yeah, but also though he's like, he did expect it for her to take a little bit of time,
and then figure it out.
She was supposed to get it straight away, which it would have taken her a minute to also have those thoughts going through her head of, oh, I can just pardon myself.
Well, he also expected her to be smarter than she is. So he believes in you. You just don't believe in him. Which again, we'll just add that to the list of relationship problems. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, because again, she had the thought, I could pardon myself because it was pardoned by the crown. The crown belongs to both of us as per our vows, but that might be a trick, so I won't do it. So she even had the thought. She had zero faith in him.
Yeah,
and it makes me sad.
I know, because I love Carden. I'm gonna say it.
Okay, because the guy cannot lie, right?
Yeah.
And he said before when he was trying to convince her to marry him, I want you to be able to make the rules yourself. I don't want to be your puppet anymore. I want us to be together.
Yes.
I want to do what you asked me to because you've asked me to.
Because I trust you. Yeah.
He laid all of that out word for word before they got married. And he can't lie.
Yeah, well.
Jude frustrates me. She's a dum-dum.
Then Carden's mother, who's now been re-accepted into society, summons her. And she goes, and Carden's mom is like, you love my son. You shouldn't do that. That's really bad. And Jude's like, fuck you. I'm your queen, bitch.
Yes, because also Carden's mother is bedridden.
Yeah.
From the stress of seeing Jude fall down. So Jude has to go to her bedside.
Yeah, and the last thing she says to her, she's like, next time, I expect you to curtsy to your queen, and then leaves. And I'm like, yes, bitch, fucking get it.
I'm rarely team Jude, but any scene with her and Carden's mother, I'm firmly team Jude.
Yeah.
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 She handles the, mother-in-law very well.
She does. I can admit that.
Mother-in-law. I don't like Carden's mom.
I don't either.
Oh. I was sympathetic to her at the beginning of the last book when we first met her.
Yeah, when we first meet her, yes, but now, no.
Fuck her.
Yeah.
So we find out that the ghost actually went to shoot the Sea Queen, because I still won't bother to learn their names. Went to shoot Sea Queen, and then they talk about Maddox's plans with the council and how they're going to counter and blah, blah, blah. And then Taryn sends word. She's like, hi, I need you to meet me at XYZ place. We're like, right fucking now. And so Carden's like, all right, well, I'm going with you. And she's like, oh, whatever. So they go to Baelkin's old estate, and there's a dungeon underneath Baelkin's old estate with jail cells and shit, and Ghost is sitting in one.
Yeah, and oubliette. Is it an oubliette?
The what?
I'm just trying to remember the right name of the thing that he was in. Is it an oubliette? It's the pit. It's a medieval thing.
Yeah, I don't know the name of medieval pits.
Yes, it's an oubliette.
Cool. You learn.
So what it is, it's a vertical tunnel with a trapdoor, and what they would do is they dump someone down there, and a lot of them are even too narrow to even sit in, and they kind of have to stay down there until they die. And half the time they'll send someone down on a rope and force food and water into their mouth to prolong their torture. But there's no light, there's no nothing. They can't sit, they can't even squat, and they're just stuck standing.
It's interesting that Balkan had one of those under his house. I wonder what he used it for. Anyways.
I'm guessing though that this is a slightly wider oubliette though, based on the fact that the ghost managed to shimmy up it. He needed
that too.
Sit, but also he could shimmy up it. So
yeah,
he needed some space to do that, I think.
And he requested to be put in said pit because he's like, I have been commanded to kill Cardin and I don't want to. And so Taryn's like, your full name. You forget all your past commands and you serve me now. And he's like, oh, thank God.
Of other people type thing.
Yeah. And yeah, that's that scene. Fuck. And then we just change scenes. And someone's harassing her about how she shouldn't be queen, and Cardin shows up and is like, "That's my wife. Please go away."
I did like this scene because she goes back to her room, like the royal chambers thing, and she walks in, and then she's just sitting there chilling, and this council member just barges in and he's like, "You shouldn't be queen." And then he hears the door open. He's like, "I told you, I don't want any fucking one else in here. How dare you?" And turns around, it's Cardin, and he's like, "My liege."
And Cardin's like, what the fuck are you saying to my wife?
Yeah.
Bitch. Cardin has such good energy in this book, man.
You know what? Jude does not deserve Cardin.
No, Cardin deserves so much better. He was a piece of shit book one, but like, his mother gave him to a cat.
He was raised by a cat. What do you expect?
I wouldn't want Cassie to raise me. I would have ended up
like Cardin. You would have wound up a very interesting human being.
Yeah, we don't like being raised by cats. Cats are not a good role model.
No. As much as I love that little sleeping baby over there. So there's going to be a party tonight. And Heather's invited. She tells Jude that she and Viv are leaving soon. They came to an agreement, but she's like, bye. So we don't know what the agreement is yet. They do queenly stuff, and then she corners Heather, and she's like, what the fuck? And Heather's like, oh yeah, so after this, when we go back, she's gonna wipe my memories of her and everything. And then we're gonna fall back in love, and it's gonna be great. But I don't really want to do that. And she's like, well, have you told?
Well, no, they hadn't come to that compromise yet. It was just we're together while we're in fairyland, and then once we go back to the mortal world, she's going to make me forget that fairies and her ever existed. Yeah. That'll be that, and we'll never see each other again. So this will be the last time I see you. Because also, Vivi has also said to Jude, we got to be out of here before Daddy comes, because Daddy's going to be pissed, and I don't want Heather near it.
Yeah.
Like, that's smart. And then Vivi comes over and she's like, what you're talking about? And Heather's like, oh, Jude just invited us to stay for another week.
Yeah.
And Vivi's like, how dare you?
And Jude's like, yes, that is exactly what I just did. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
Jude was a bro.
Because Heather's at the stage where she's like, I don't want to forget her. Yeah. I just want her to have done it the right way, and I'm really confused about how I feel. And Jude's like, well, do something.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about telling her how you feel? Having a healthy communicative relationship?
No, because Jude doesn't know how to do that herself. Why would you think to suggest it to someone else?
It's also true.
It's true.
The I'm a sucker scene is coming up because I'm a sucker.
They do the bang bang.
Yeah, they go fuck, and it's great. They start making out, and she's like, "Oh shit, I'm a virgin. Oh god, I need a minute." And so she goes, and she's like, "I'm gonna be bold. Be bold. Be bold.
Be bold."
Yeah,
and definitely too bold.
Yeah, so she takes off all her clothes. She comes out naked and then drops to her knees in front of him, and I'm like, "Oh god, this is a lot." And then she gives him a sweet. No, she doesn't give him a blowjob.
No, she gives him a tail blowjob.
Sorry.
He's like, there was a time when this was all I wanted, and for you to beg for me to do whatever I wanted. And so she starts to play out that fantasy. He's like, no, it's changed.
Yeah, he's like, now I want to do whatever you want. Yeah.
And she's just like, I just want you to do what you want me to do. And he's like, well, I just want you to do what you want to do.
No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
So then Jude straddles him and tries to work it out, and then he starts feeling her up with his tail, and then it fades to black. I imagine it was not the most vanilla of the sex. Like tail notwithstanding, like not including the tail. Like just based on how they talk to each other and about how they get off on each other's pain, because they admit it to each other in that scene too.
They're both dominant. They're both doms.
I imagine that they like to switch it up, and one of them gets to beat the shit out. Like she gets to beat the shit out of him first, so she can arrive first, because that's just polite. Yes. And he beats the shit out of her, so then he can arrive.
Relationship advice from Book Club with Bae. Doesn't mean it has to be a romance novel for us to fucking give relationship advice. This happens every stream.
Seriously, sex advice. Just be polite. Let her come first.
Yeah.
And if you blow a bit too soon, then wait 5 minutes until it comes back up. If it doesn't come back up, finish her up another way. She won't care that you didn't last long as she still gets a happy.
Relationship advice from Book Club
relationship advice.
And then after they have sex, she's like, I really missed you. And he's like, okay. I missed you too, obviously, bitch. So it's the next day, and Maddox ships are coming.
Yeah.
And I'm a sucker again. Okay.
Because they're about to walk in to the room where Maddox is, or the outdoor bit. I don't know, wherever the fuck Maddox is, they're about to walk through doors to it. He pulls the doors open, he's like, by the way, I love you, and walks through.
And I'm a sucker.
Wait, what?
And she's like, okay, next time I get a chance, I'm going to tell him I love him, because I do, and I'm going to tell him. Fucking tell him. And
yeah.
Then.
Okay. Yeah. So also, before we get into this scene, the prophecy that was made when he was born was effectively, should Cardan ever become High King, he will cause the ruin of the throne and the crown, and only through the spillage of his blood will a great rule arise.
Yes, that is a prophecy.
It might not be word for word, but it's pretty close to word.
That's essentially, it was like the ruination of the throne and the something else of the crown, destruction of the crown or something, and then through his blood part.
Yeah. So Maddox is like, I wish to duel, and Cardan is like,
fuck no.
Yeah. You will kill me.
He's like, I'll lose, bitch. I ain't doing that.
And then Maddox like, how about a duel of a different sort? And Cardan's like, pray tell. I'm intrigued now. And he's like, free them from their bonds and let them choose. And then, at this stage as well, he's thrown down the sword and it's gone and cracked the throne.
Yeah, it's ruined the throne. And
Cardan's like, oh, it's literal.
Yeah, and so Cardan's like, all right, fuck it. Crown, knee, boom.
Yeah, he's like, and then he's like, I want you, good subjects are not tied to a crown, they're tied to the king. Will you follow me? And they're like, huzzah! And
they're like a fucking course, Cardan.
Because it felt appropriate.
We accept the huzzah.
I accept. The court accepts.
Yeah, and then Maddox's like, oh well, fuck, I guess you win. But then Cardan's eyes start turning black, don't they? And Jude's like, what the fuck? And everyone's like,
and then fangs start leaving his mouth.
Yeah.
And then scales start erupting on his skin. He becomes a fucking basilisk from Harry Potter.
But a black one.
Yeah, black basilisk.
But why?
Exactly.
Oh, because the guy that forged the crown is also there on Team Maddox and shit, and he had said to Jude earlier as well when he thought she was Taryn, I've cursed all of my stuff because they're supposed to last forever. So whoever breaks any of my shit, there's a curse for them. And so this guy, like when he breaks the crown, he's like, no, it was supposed to last forever. And then the curse happens, and he's just like, no true love's kiss, no this, no that will break the curse. Only his death, only slaying the beast will break the curse type thing. And they're like, oh, well, fuck. And then the snake eats him.
Huh. Yeah. So then we chop his head
I
off.
can't find it satisfying.
What?
I can't hear you.
What?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me? Why
No
not?
I don't know why not.
Oh no.
Don't ask me.
Can you hear me now? Fuck.
Oh no. Oh no. Go to your settings and switch your mic.
How about now? Okay, chat, can you hear me?
Have the headphones unplugged? No, because you're still hearing me through them.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah, chat,
Change
can
it to
you hear
your
me?
in-device mic or something.
I did.
Oh. I can see your mouth moving, so I'm assuming what you're saying. I'm guessing you said I just did.
Yeah. Chat's not being used. Well, chat, can you hear me? Can you hear? She can't hear me.
Say everyone.
God damn it.
Nothing can be heard at it.
Headphones are not usually the ones that do a fuck-a-doodle. This is bad. Hold on, I have other headphones. Wait.
Oh, wait, it was me.
You have two that go into it.
It was me. It was my headphones.
I have
It
AirPods.
wasn't you.
It was her.
I'm sorry.
Get better headphones, babe.
I want to. That's why I asked for money. Also,
Word.
Maggie's
dead.
still, and I'm sad.
Well,
Maggie's dead.
I don't think he always comes to to our evening book club streams.
I don't care. I'm still ripping him in chat.
Yes, we can all hear each other. We're good. It was
can
Mara's
now.
fault. Everyone blame
It was
Mara.
my fault. I'm sorry. I was
Press
blaming
F in
you.
the chat for Mara.
I've already ripped Maggie in the chat, to get the attention off of me. Thank you very much.
Press F to pay respects
to Maggie and Mara's headphones.
I need your headphones. These guys are like 3 years old.
Damn.
I got next month they will be 3 years old. I got them March when I was pregnant with the boy, and he's 2.5.
Yeah. No, like she had them when I was in Oz.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I saw them in person.
Yes.
I have touched them.
I have touched those nails. I really should not be doing that with my nails.
I have made
I
physical
feel dumb
contact.
now blaming you guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Anyways.
we need to finish this because I have to do things before I get in trouble.
Okay.
Because I'll get in trouble. Like, I'm gonna get in trouble soon. Okay.
Well, maybe people should time their demands better.
Honestly, they should.
Because this was scheduled.
If this was scheduled and the demands were not scheduled. But
I don't think that excuse will fly though.
This face describes it all.
yeah, it does. It does describe it all.
Anyways.
Yes.
Is it snowing? Oh my god, it's snowing!
Look out the window. Is it
My
snowing?
watch says it's snowing.
Hold on. Sorry. Wait, I have the microphone, so I'm not going to throw it.
There is zero snow on the ground. They're lying to us. It is black out there, not white.
We'll check back in at the end of book club. We'll check back out the window before we disengage.
Yes, before we disengage. Okay, where were we? What was happening when I took my absence?
We were a
Carter
snake.
turned into a snake.
We're a
and
snake.
this goes on for way too fucking long.
Oh my god.
Yes, he eats the crown makey dude.
I got yelled at.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she literally just got yelled at.
1 second. Un momento.
Don't do this to me again. Stop doing this to me. It's rude. I'm not good at fort holding. So
Mara, hold on the fort.
I'm just going to keep
Go
talking
through
about
plot.
this scene. Okay, so the snake eats the dude, and then they're all like, ah! And like everyone like runs through the doors, and then Jude yeets after them, and they shut the door. Stepmom is behind the door with her. Maddox yeeted off to his boats. And then she goes and hides in an office, I guess, for a bit. And she's like, I don't know what to do. Come to me, sister. So then sister comes and first she finds out the prophecy, and then she gets her sister and like Moggy and shit there, and then she's like, I appoint you my high general. Sister, make me a throne room and get me a gown. And they're all worried that everyone's gonna try and kill her, I guess.
We're back.
To try and thank you. Everyone's worried
great, sorry. You're doing great, darling.
Everyone's worried that everyone's going to try and stab Jude to get a.
Oh yeah, because she's a mortal queen, and they're like, why?
And then she walks out there once everything's done, and she's like, I am queen, and they're like, yes, queen. Because also the guy that was
queen.
Witnessed,
sorry.
it's the guy that witnessed the coronation of Carden and was like, I witnessed, I yes, he is king, and then was like, the undersea place attacked my peeps. I want a Baelkin dead now. And then said Jude killed him. He's like, I followed you because of this reason and that reason and this reason and that reason. But if I'd known that you'd actually be this badass, like I would have just followed you willingly. So maybe next time just be badass. And Jude's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll be badass. So she goes out and does badass queen shit.
Yeah.
And she's like, I am still queen. I want an audience with a Matic, please.
And like,
so Matic,
too much time passes.
Yes. So that's why I'm skipping over all the other shit. It's not relevant.
Thank God.
So then Matic comes back and like Oriana, like stepmommy chick and Oak are there as well. And Oak's like, Daddy, you're a bad man. And Matic's like, quiet, child. And then he's like, oh, because also one of his allies where the camp was at, it's like the court of...
fuck. It's not termites.
No, that's not
like
termite one.
The court of teeth.
Teeth, yes.
Why did I go to termites?
Because there is a court of termites.
Yeah, the court of termites dude is the one that was like, next time just be badass and I'll follow you willingly.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So that's court of termites.
I wasn't fucking crazy by saying termites. All right, good.
Yes.
Well, those were the people that were also like in last book were a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they torched the bomb and shit.
Yeah.
But so the former rulers of the court of termites, right? Named like they abdicated and made their daughter the queen because she wasn't bound to.
And she's kind of a weird bitch.
Well, she's bridled the first time Jude sees her at camp. She's not allowed to talk. She's got a fucking bridle on and it's digging into her skin and shit. But now she's there and the bridle's off. And Maddox's like, we shall marry Oak to her and you shall rule and thing. And Jude's just like, look, no, I'm not. They're not getting married unless they both want to type thing for starters. But about this bridal, what are the terms? And he's like,
yeah.
What is the terms? Once he is bridled and under your control, or once he is bridled, then because they're going to try and bridle the snake.
Carden. He has a name, Mara.
Well, he's not really Carden right now.
He knows who Jude is, therefore he is Carden.
Oh yeah, because she also just spent like a good 12 hours cuddling up next to the snake type thing.
And she's like, I can just keep him as a snake. He can lay on the floor in the bedroom. That's it. Yeah. I hate the man I love as a snake, right?
If I have a snake.
I have no words for this shit.
Mara, would you keep Stixie as a pet if he turned into a snake, or would you just off him?
Well, especially considering and that's the thing as well, this line kept on going through her head. He's like, one of the reasons why I wanted to marry you is I trust you to do a stab-a-doodle if I do a bad. And she's thinking that, and she's like, but I'm not going to do a stab-a-doodle. I'm like, you bitch, you promised him.
Yes, TJ.
I think we should all have it in our wills, like what we would like done with us. Should we turn into a giant snake?
We'd be
like a living will.
Yeah,
we turn into a giant snake.
Like, do I want you to keep me as a pet, or do I want you to free me? Like, what do I want you to do with me? You know, etc.
No, tell me. I don't want to eat snake food.
Yeah, no, please. I want it. Yeah,
it's on the internet. Yes.
Kill me.
Yeah.
Because maybe I'll come back.
And if not, I don't want to be a giant snake that might eat my kids. If that's okay.
Thank you.
God, there's a threat of snow and there's sirens everywhere now. I mean, it's been going on for a few minutes.
I can't. It's not coming through. Just so you know.
Did it come through now?
Okay.
It was very loud. Just trust us.
So then they come to an agreement that once the snake is tamed, Matic will be her, like, he will replace the entire advisory council thing and
they got
and she's like, yeah, cool, I guess, type thing. So they give her the bridle and they're like, if you tie 3 of your hairs to the bridle before you put it on him, it'll bind you to him. And she was like, that sounds a bit dodgy. I feel like I'm missing something. And then that gets confirmed at some point. And she's like, yep, they're trying to do it dirty. I'll be enslaved with the snake, and whoever knows the magic words will control both of us.
Yeah, exactly.
But then they have a banquet, and she's like, Matic is a thing, and this is a thing. But she doesn't say that Matic is an advisor. And he's like, you didn't give me my new title. And she's like, well, the snake's not tamed yet. Like, what do you want? And he's like, fair, I guess. Because also Jude tried to heal Carden with her earth magic and it didn't work.
Yeah, her newfound land magic, and it didn't work. Yeah. So she's like, I guess I can't do it anymore.
Yeah, but then she goes to bed, and then the bomb's like, I need your earth magic to do a roach, please. And she's like, I don't know if it'll work. And she's like, can you please try? I love him. And Jude's like, fine, at least one of us deserves to be happy, damn it. So she goes and heals Bob.
Have a snake boyfriend for the rest of your life, or snake husband, excuse me. I forgot that they were married.
Yep, so she goes and heals a bomb, and they're like, I love you too. And the ghost and Jude are like, let's just back out of here slowly and hope they don't see us. And then it's snake taming time.
Yeah, finally.
So then they go to tame the snake.
What Mara just ran through was like 5 chapters. Like, that was way too long.
Yeah, so then they go to the snake thing. And she's like, I have bridle. Because also the termite dude's missus slaps Nicasia, and she's like, ah! Because, like, she had it, like, done to see, got her all tortured and shit. So then Matic tries to stop her from sorting that shit out, and she rips out some of Matic's hair, and she's like, fuck it up, you guys are being under control, not me, type thing.
Yeah.
But then it's time to put the bridle on the snake, and she's like, you know what? This is fucked. I'm not going to do it. And then she gets a sword out and cuts his head off.
Yeah. She kills him.
And she's sad. And everyone else is, they're like, huzzah, all hail Queen Jude, Slayer of Snakes.
Yeah.
And then she turns around and she's like, oh, look, it's Carden. And he's butt naked, covered in blood. And he's just like, howdy, y'all.
And she just runs and hugs him. And we were talking about this because we were running errands after we were done. Yeah, we were running errands after we were done. And I was like, honestly, though, if Sauna came out of a snake, I'd run at him and hug him.
Same. Like, not if it was...
Yeah, please don't run it.
No, not... My man. Not, but, like, same...
Principle.
Yes. If Stixie snaked and then I cut off his head and then he unsnaked, I'd be like, oh, it's you.
Thank fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't just be like a little cuddle. It would be like a leap into his arms with legs wrapped around his back. Like,
koala.
Yeah, like...
So Carden's back. It's finally the last chapter, but we also have a chapter like the epilogue, so it doesn't fucking matter
Yeah, so...
life is hard.
Yep, and then so they go back, and Heather's like, so we have a new deal now with like her and Vivi. She's like, because like they're all back, and everyone's like, huzzah, king and queen, we love you, we pledge ourselves to the both of you, etc. And Heather's like, so we got a new bargain. We are going to go back. She's going to make me forget everything, but then she has to meet me again and make me fall in love with her again. And then and tell me the truth from the beginning. And if she does all that and she succeeds, then I'll get all of my memories back.
Yeah.
So, sorry, just answering quick chat. We generally do these once a week around now.
I'm sending the whole thing. Okay. Yeah, the full schedule is on TeressaJMartin.com under the book club section at the top of the page.
Yeah.
What you just said and posted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's links. And then so Carden is, king, and then Jude has her
And still
coronation
naked.
over and accepts her. Oh yeah, he's
Still
yeah.
naked.
Oh, and also like they have a speech thing, right? Where he's just like, so
Like saying
I don't know if this happened now or if it happened earlier, but he's like, so, I shall offer my hospitality, and those of you that choose not to take it shall receive my wife's hospitality. We all know how fucking bloodthirsty she is, right? And everyone's just like, lol. And she's like, how dare you? And he's like, I couldn't say it if it wasn't true. She's like, well, that's, yeah, that's fair.
He also creates 2 thrones for the 2 of them, which I was
Yeah,
like,
he
okay,
repairs the
fine,
throne.
that's fucking cute. I'll take it.
Yeah, so he repairs the throne and then makes it mitosis into a second one.
Yep. And then they go to the secret room where he diddled her for the first time. It's my exact note. And she tells him she loves him. She tells him she loves him. And he's like, you don't have to say it just because you pity me. And she's like, no, I'm serious. I love you.
And then she goes through she goes through a thing of like, when we did a thing and you made me laugh, and then you did a thing and I realized you were like smart and shit. And he's like, so you love me because I make you laugh and I'm smart. And she's like, yeah.
And he's like, it's not because I'm fucking hot. And she's like, I mean that too, but like
what do you want from me? I fucking love you. And he's like, yeah, I guess that's fair. I'll take it. And then it ends, right? Then because then it's time to dole out the punishments for the naughty peeps. And so then these 2 peeps come forward and they're like, I speak for all those that also agree with me that we did it bad and we're really sorry and want forgiveness. And the other one's like, we did a thing that we don't think was bad and we ain't sorry, motherfucker. And she's like, well, okay, those of you that aren't sorry shall be ravens until you do not harm a living being for a year and a day, and then you can come back. And those of you that do want forgiveness, you're welcome back, but your hands will forever be red.
And then Maddox is the stupidest punishment.
He gets exiled
to the mortal world.
And
cannot wield a weapon.
Yep, or harm anyone.
So hold on. No. Here's the thing, okay?
She has strong feelings.
I have strong feelings about this. They should have killed him. Because here's the thing, okay? Maddox, as the character that we have built him up to be, would find a way around that tomorrow.
Also true.
Yeah.
He'd find a way around it tomorrow. Because you know what? You couldn't word it carefully enough.
Yeah.
Because I can think, even around that wording,
a hammer is not a weapon. It is a tool.
Exactly. Yeah.
An axe.
A chair
is a tool.
A chair is not a weapon. It is a
chair.
It is a seating implement.
Yes.
and also, like, you can't harm anyone. I mean, that's pretty ambiguous. Because also harming,
well, then he will harm everyone.
Or it also implies intent. Because Maddox, really, when you think about it, all of his motivations are not really to harm people necessarily.
It's to get power. It's just the means to get power is.
He's going to make a hell of a lawyer. Maddox is going to become
Maddox going to go to law school.
Like Maddox,
he's not going to go to law school. He's just going to glamour himself a friggin' law degree.
You're right.
Maddox would figure it out in like that. Okay, he would.
Someone in Twitch chat just made a very good point. You could hire an assassin.
I think that's it, though. I don't think Maddox would be satisfied with that.
He would be dissatisfied, but it is a way he could get around this stupid fucking exile thing.
Yeah, there are like 1,000 ways that he could get around it, and also there are 1,000 ways that he could get around it, undo it, and then all of a sudden he has free reign, and that would happen tomorrow. Okay,
but it's the last book, so who gives a shit?
Kill him. I'm sorry.
This is though, right? So, like, Oriana is going to the mortal world with him. Fair, that's her husband. She's a loyal bitch. Fair enough. Like, I get it. I respect that decision. Like, Oak can actually stay in Elfane now.
Yes,
but
Oak will go to palace school.
Yeah, but he's going to go back to the mortal world for another year or so because he hasn't seen his parents in almost a year and he misses them.
So he's going to spend time with them and then come back to Palace School and learn how to be High King because is that still the plan? I genuinely have no idea.
I think he's the heir until they have babies. Because apparently Cardin or the combination of the two is now going to be a great ruler. So maybe they don't need an oak now because his blood was spilt and now he's great ruler or Jude's great ruler. I don't know. They both came from it. So one of them's going to be awesome. We know that much. But like Vivi's going back to the mortal world as well. She's already re-met Heather.
Yes.
They've gone on some dates and shit.
This is the epilogue.
Yeah. And then they're like, Jude, you should come too. And Cardin's like, I want to come. And they're like, we could have like a wedding reception type thing. And they're like,
which is the corniest, most 7-year-old birthday party thing I've ever seen in my fucking life. It's so mortal. It's so mortal.
I know, but like,
but I'll take it because it's so like, mortal.
Yeah, they make that decision. They go, and then on the way back, right, keeping in mind everything that Matic has done in their lifetime, let alone the last couple books, right? They're like, Vivi's like, I can't wait to show Dad how to use a slushy machine. And I'm like, why are you still speaking to him? Yes. You saw him almost kill your sister. Carry on, Faye.
So one, that, because Vivi hates Matic. The other thing is that mortal things mean nothing to Jude. Jude fought like hell to stay in Fairy. She remembers fish sticks and ketchup.
Which I'm so mad about.
Which is a one-line chapter, but I digress. So if anything, ketchup would have been a course of the meal and fish sticks the other.
But no, it's pizza.
But like
with the grossest toppings ever.
But it's kind of like the epilogue.
Well, I think they do acknowledge that though.
Yes, they do.
But it's
Oak's in charge.
But it's kind of like the epilogue of Bloodlines where you're like, this doesn't make sense because this is a bunch of because this is a bunch of shit that means stuff to the audience, but it means nothing to the actual characters in the book because
Cardin doesn't give a fuck about pizza and a silver banner thing. Congrats.
Oak had a nice long chat with. I did like one thing like earlier on in the book when they're like walking somewhere for a while. Oak is telling Cardin all about gummy worms and shit. And so I'm like, I do. That was one thing that I found like kind of cutesy.
It is cute.
It's like they mentioned they put the gummy worms on the cake purely because he was curious about them.
Yeah, I think it meant more to Cardin than it did to Jude, which is fine because it is a wedding reception technically. That is the theme of a 7-year-old's birthday party. Because they get like little crowns and shit, and Cardin's like puts his like
because he wears his crown lopsided all the time, so he puts his paper crown lopsided.
It's dumb. I don't like epilogue. I hate epilogues done wrong. I just don't like it.
Yeah, I mean, the one at the end of Bloodlines made me cringe. It was corny as all fuck. Yeah, it was so cheesy. I needed like a shit ton of crackers to swallow that shit. But this one was like, Bloodlines is now like epilogue is now here, and this one's like way up here in terms of.
Yeah, this one made the Bloodlines epilogue tolerable.
This one made the Bloodlines epilogue a masterpiece.
Yes. Yes, which is saying a lot. But so that is the Folk of the Air series.
Yes, that's the end of it. And they're like, let's toast to Fairy.
Yes. Oh, and Heather knows.
Yes. Vivi is approaching this correctly, and she's like telling Heather about Fairyland.
Yeah, because they do it because it's never. They don't explicitly say that Heather knows now, but that was part of the bargain they made. But they toast to Fairyland and all that.
Yeah.
So the scheming great schemes.
Yes. To happiness and love and this and that, and then Cardin's like, and to screaming great schemes, and Jude's like, I can live with that, and then the book ends.
Well, I hope she can because she's married to it.
And so that is the end of that. So
thank fuck.
So next week we will be doing King of Thorns by Mark Lawrence. After that, we'll be starting the Strange Angel series.
I'm so fucking lit. It's so bad.
And then that's going to be Bad Book Week. And then once we are done with the Broken Empire trilogy, what we are going to do is we are going to do the next Mercy Thompson book that is coming out, because we are going to happen to fall on the week that it is coming out. That's when
we might have to push that back if we can't get the book yet, though.
I'm just going to buy it.
Okay.
So
Audible, please.
Yeah, I was just going to buy it. So actually, I have it pre-ordered. I have the hardcover and the audiobook pre-ordered. So yeah, so we're just gonna do Smoke Bitten by Patricia Briggs, because we always do the Mercy books. So yeah, and because that just, I looked at the calendar and that it was perfect timing. It happened to fall on the exact right week, so that's when we're gonna be doing that. So yeah, that is the schedule,
and always check TeressaJMartin.com to see what days we are actually going to be doing the stream, because
it's generally a Wednesday or Thursday night, but it can change. Like
every now and then, life gets in the way, you know.
Yeah. So, and also you can check us out on. Also, you can see like what's up on Twitter. So Teressa J Martin is my Twitter.
It's at Addy_ADDY_McMill.
And I barely use my Twitter, but it's at Mara Jane if you care for the occasional once in every couple year post.
Yeah.
She's tagged in some. She's tagged.
I should get back in Twitter.
We tag her. So yeah, so that's what's up. And with that, we will see you guys next